Hey, what's up guys, back in the video. Today we are going to be building a theme park in Planet Coaster. It's not really a theme park as much as an amusement park. And the current speed of the time lapse is 0.5, not 0.5, it's 5 times as much as it is. And this video is around 20 minutes. 20 minutes of it's time lapse time. And then at the end is a little bit of cinematics. And as you guys can see, I'm sort of messing with the stuff right now. This park right here is not going to last because I made a mistake. And I make a second one, which also has the same mistake. But as you guys can see, I'm doing some build right here. It's not going to last, just saying. But let me just tell you a little bit about the series right now, as I show you this old, forgotten crap. But, so what this series is going to be is a sort of a small, not really mini-series. I'm planning on having at least, 10 episodes out of this. And this park is going to be highly, inspired by real-life parks I've been to, plus also other, creators' parks. So, Mass Bandix, I don't know which one he calls it, all of Mass Bandix, series is, yes, very good, and then, also Geekism, he's a really, prevalent one, and, also, I haven't really watched this series completely yet, but Moomin Little Socks is a very British park. It's not going to really be inspired with that, but this build that I'm doing right now is partially. It's not like a build style or anything like that, but the method of doing whatever, I honestly don't know what to call it. But in this episode, I'm really only doing one building, and as you guys can see right here, I'm lowering the build height because I don't want my roller coasters to be 20 feet or anything like that. I think it's really unrealistic and all that. But as you guys can see right now, I promise I'm not going to be talking about all as you can see right now. I'm actually curving out that area right now because, because I'm not going to use that as my entrance. I think it looks ugly as much, like a lot of other YouTubers. But as you guys, I'm going to stop saying that now. But I am placing out this building section for, I don't even know what to call it. I'm going to call it a guest services, esque building, because it's not guest services, because it's not, an actual thing people are going to, go to for guest services. It's the place that the people are going to be spawning into, to get into this park. And also, oh god, there's a mosquito in my room, or a flying bug of some sort. But, what I was saying, I don't know what to call it or anything like that, but, this was definitely inspired by the very British park. But, yeah. But, so let me just, talk to you a little bit, because this series is sort of a way to have me sort of talk to you guys about my life and all that. So, a couple weeks ago, I started, high school. And some of you may know this if you guys, know me personally, or you've actually joined my channel since my joining high school, because I, have showed a lot of my new friends, and I was a little bit concerned at first to tell people this, but honestly, no one has been a massive dick about it, and that's all I really care. But as you guys can see right now, I'm fiddling with the path tool because everybody knows the path tool sucks in this game, and this is not how the building looks. And this building looks 10 times better than I had in mind, because I'm not a good builder. And I can say that for my life of me. I'm not a good builder, and I'm not going to do very well on this project compared to other YouTubers that you're going to be watching. And also, one more thing before I sort of get more into talking. This series is going to definitely be something that's going to be going on, even if you guys don't like it, because I want to be building this park. And I actually started off with a different park, that I created just by myself to see if it would be any good. And I actually started liking that park, so I decided to make one here. But like this building right here, it's a simple thing, and this is actually a cool technique that I actually came up with myself. I don't know if anyone else has done it. Probably. It looks a little bit wonky, but I'm making a glass door, so I don't have to make an actual like door or anything like that. But I realized something by doing this. I have to make a some sort of inside interior, which I did not think about, and as you get, I'm doing that right about now. And I actually almost was screwed, and I had to almost restart because this whole section, because I did not know how to get a spawn point in. Luckily for me, I found out how to do it. As I'm doing it, I'm trying to find it right there. And also, another thing, this park is definitely gonna be. I am said it's inspired by parks I've been to. I didn't say which ones, and to be honest, I don't know if a lot of people have been to these parks. Everyone, if you watch my channel at least once, you know that one of my parks I've been to is Knott's Berry Farm, because I have a video of rating the roller coasters there, and if you guys haven't seen that, go watch it now, because if you don't, you're a bad person. And one thing I would because I know there's possibly going to be a sequel to this game, and I don't know if I'm probably going to do a series on it also if this does very well, but if it doesn't, I don't know. I want to be able to place like things like bathrooms and all that on paths, because you can place rides on paths. Well, not rides to say, but you can put track on paths. So I want to be able to put a bathroom there, because I wanted this building to actually have some type of purpose, because I don't know if people are just gonna come in and come out from here. And I forgot to put a door on where the, oh god. Yeah, so that's going to be something I'm going to have to come back into in another episode. But also, right here, you're seeing me trying to do a billboard. I do not know how to use Photoshop. I don't have Photoshop. So I'm going to have to set that thing up. But I got my spawn points in now. And this build took me about an hour to do. And that's why the speed is sort of fast, but not really. It's not too fast that it's overpowering, but not too bad. At first I thought this build right here that roof is gonna be good. I ended up rolling with it, but right now I'm trying to put a billboard to cover it up. Then I may get a screenshot of the wood, or I may add park entrance or something on those terms. I really don't know. But I keep it there. If it really bothers you guys, I will fix it. And at this point, I was starting to think, wow, this building's almost done, because I wasn't really good at building this. But since I got a bunch of new DLCs for this game, I've actually started to get better at building. And surprising, yeah. And also, what I just did here is going to come back to screw me in the future, because I end up shifting those, not shifting, I end up duplicating, or actually I do shift and duplicate those windows, and they become wonk and uneven. It really sucks, but what am I going to do? And then right here, I start doing these pillars, and I decide, okay, just screw this, I'm not going to do them, because these ones are formed onto a grid, which I don't like. Well, it's not that I don't like that they're on a grid, because it's really helpful that they're on the grid. It's just that the fact that this building is not on a grid, a very good grid, because it's hard to put things into corners and all that. And right here I'm putting in some lighting, which is really iffy. Let's call it iffy. Um, but this, let me just continue talking about my life because I'm starting to get bored of talking about what's on the screen. So, like I said, I started high school the other day, and let's just say it's been a weird ride. Not ride as much as a weird sort of experience. As I it's been weird because if you guys know, I went to a private school, and private schools sort of suck. Just because they can do whatever they want, really, and it's because a lot of these public schools, like especially with the people I know, I've talked to, like, it's really screwed with me because in college prep, which at my school we have, they have they've been having a sub because the actual teacher had back surgery during the summer. So, like, literally every single kid is screaming at the top of their lungs. Well, me and, like, the 3 kids at the front of the classroom, I'm not sitting at the front of the classroom because I'm lame. I'm sitting at the front of the classroom because I showed up late, and that's where I got assigned. And, but yes, I am lame. What I was saying is that, like, while me and a couple kids at the front are trying to do our work, which, for God's sake, isn't even that hard. Like, one of the assignments was literally, it's hard, I don't remember it exactly, but it was, pretty sure it was just, how do you, what are some tips for your other students? Yeah, no one except the 3 kids in the front actually did it. And that pisses me off a little bit. And also, let me just rant about private school for a little bit. So first of all, I'm not religious, but this school that I went to is partially religious. It's a religious school. For a while, they were religious. They were out about it, but they weren't like, hey, I'm religious, because, like, if you think of other schools, like, they'll have, like, religious school or something in the name, like another school that's near me, St. Catherine's, that literally, it has saints in it, which is, what the people in, Catholicism, people who are Catholic, and they had saints, and we, in our religion that my school followed, it was Seventh-day Adventist, and it didn't have any of that Catholic stuff. But it was still a little bit weird, let me just go back to what I was saying before. My school started about 50 years ago, where I used to go, and it was K through 8, and K through 12, and that's why the name was South Bay Junior Academy. Oh, let me just point this out right now. I actually don't know what I'm using right now. I'm pretty sure these are in the Spooky Pack, and I'm so glad I bought those because it made this building look 10 times better. And I am using angle snap to get these perfectly, not perfectly straight, but get these at the angle that I want them to be. But back to what I was saying. The school started as a K through 12, which made it a junior academy. Well, then they decided, it should have been an academy, but they called it a junior academy. Well, then they decided that there's too many, that there wasn't enough teachers and all that, and they changed the school to just a normal junior academy, which is K through 10. And that worked for a while, because if you went there from K through 10, or you would get an automatic acceptance to the local high school, which was West High in Torrance. But then they decided a couple years ago, when I was still going to that school, that it was going to turn into I don't even know what to call it. Well, yeah, a K through 8, which is just kindergarten through middle school, and that was working fine for a while. They like the English learning students, the foreign exchange students, they could go through 10th grade because that was something they allowed. But then I think they stopped doing that. So they they were all like, the school board was pissed off sort of about it. So they forced the school to change their name to South Bay, a new school name, and people are a little upset about it, especially the assistant principal, because, as I told you, this school has been the name for like 50 years. And the reason why the assistant principal didn't become the principal, which I was a little bit upset about, not because she was already the 3rd grade teacher, but because they already had the, already had chosen somebody. Because the school board wanted to change the name, yet she would not have let the name change. And if you're just saying, thinking, oh, that's probably just BS, I'm not lying. I asked her why isn't she the vice principal, and she said, well, because they want to change the name of the school, and I'm not going to want it. And a little bit of shade, yes, but it was fine. They ended up going with this new lady who used to go to that school and taught there for a little bit, I think, I don't know. But then she went to go teach in Hawaii and became a principal in Las Vegas. And they changed. Do you want to know what the school board decided to change the name to? Without any, I'm not gonna say consent from the actual students, because I don't think we really, I don't think they would have even cared about our opinion. But they changed the school name to South Bay Christian School. If you wanted to be sort of when you're going to a big, well, not a big, but if you're going to a public school for high school, and people are like, oh, where did you go to school? You would say, I know a lot of my friends say it, because none of my friends accept the the South Christian School, but you would have to say South Bay Christian School if you wanted to say you're at the school's actual name, because it sucked. Because the South Bay Christian School literally told everybody your religion right there, even if you weren't religious. And I know this was a problem for me, because when I said I went to even at my new school, whenever I said I went to a religious school, oh, so are you religious? That was the immediate thing they all said. And I know it's nothing against them. It's quite obvious if you went to a religious school, you're probably religious. But what? For God's sake. I'm not religious. I really don't care what you believe in. I'm not an atheist, and God isn't real. If you want to believe God's real, you believe if God's real. If you don't believe God's real, you don't believe God's real. It's a culture-based thing. It's not right or wrong. I really don't give a rat's ass. But the school, like I said, they changed the name of the school, and it, sort of outs you as, someone, especially for me, it outs me as somebody I don't want to be, because, when I think of religion and all that, I think of especially when you think of, a lot of those type of people, I think of arrogance, because it's oh, I'm a Christian, you're right, I'm right, you're wrong, and because this is this is what God said and all that. I don't like it. I'm not going to attack, like I said before, I'm not going to attack anybody for thinking that, and I'm not going to attack anybody for saying that there's no such thing as God, because I really couldn't care less. But it's funny, I've been talking about my old school for this whole video, and it's literally, I think I started talking about this around 5 minutes. It's now been, the time lapse is actually almost over, so I should be wrapping this up now. Let me just say before I end this, hopefully you did enjoy, and if you're wondering who's editing this, I don't know if this one's coming. Never mind, ignore that, because this video is coming out before my next Abandoned Craft episode. So a little bit of spoilers. I want to thank you guys for watching. Here's a little nice cinematic of the new building that we have created. And in the next episode, I think we are going to be building a road and maybe even the entrance to the park. I don't know exactly, but if you guys do enjoy and you want to see more of this series, little bubble on the top of the screen now, showing the playlist, and hit the subscribe button, and goodbye.